What's up, sports world? You're tuning in to GrindWorks Podcast, and I'm D-Lo with my co-host.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Coach D. Today, we're going to talk about what's going on in Oklahoma hoops as we head down the final stretch of the high school basketball season.
Yes, sir, man. And as we talked about it, man, last night was real spicy, man, in the city, man. It was real spicy in the
Last night got real spicy, man. I don't know where the Twins are at, but if they around, man, this is a great spice center topic.
Somewhere always grinding, putting God first. That master plan is manifested in the mind first. No taking days off, cause that ain't how my mind works. We out the mud, cause that's the way the grind works.
Hey, man, what really happened? What you been hearing about what happened up in Douglas, man? Outside of the score, because we know it really wasn't a competitive game as we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I'm not going to say I was shocked that it got that bad, but I figured Millwood would win. I didn't think it would get to 30.
Yeah, man. 30? Why you got to say it like that?
30, I mean, it's...
The 30 is what 30 is.
Yeah, it's 30. And, you know, maybe it was like 27 or 24 or something, but to me, that's 30.
Yeah, right.
But, I mean, you know, man, what?
You said 24, 25, that's 30.
Yeah, that's 30. You know, that's 30 in my world.
That's right.
But, man, you know, we're trying to keep it, you know, respectful between the two sides and the two families and the two programs, man. I don't know exactly what was said,
right.
Because I didn't hear it. I've just heard talk from both sides. I'm hearing the coach said something to a kid, and then some people are saying the kid said something to the coach first.
Right.
You know, I guess some profanity was exchanged. I don't know. It seemed like it was like 3 or 4 dust-ups last night, so it's hard to gauge, you know, where it happened, when it happened, and things like that.
Okay, so let me ask you a question, man. So with the game not really being out of reach as much as it was, you know, emotions get involved, you know, some frustrations, probably on the coaching staff as well as some of the players. You think that had something to do with it, or was it just some words that was really said?
I mean, that probably has something to do with it. Obviously, it's a rivalry. It's Douglas-Millwood.
Right.
It's a lot of behind the scenes things. You know, Dorian coached at Millwood under Steve, so a lot of those kids. Yeah, coached at Douglas under Steve. My bad.
Okay, I didn't even know that part.
Yeah, he was Steve's assistant coach when Steve took the job there. He was under him. I want to say maybe 3 or 4 years.
Oh, wow.
I think like 3 years. So he kind of helped build that program. Not kind of helped, he did. And a lot of those kids, I'm sure, know each other and things like that. So, but when the score gets out of hand like that, man, I think at that point probably maybe some embarrassment set in, or you know how that is. And just like, hey, man, we not going to win the fight on the scoreboard. Maybe we win the fight somewhere else. I don't know. I'm just joking when I say that, but man, I don't know, man. Tempers were definitely flaring last night, though.
Man, so the word on the street is, and I'm not trying to be messy.
Oh, here comes some messiness.
No, but I'm just saying, man. I'm hearing one of the coaches said something disrespectful to one of the players, man.
I heard that.
So the parents, by right, you know, if this is the truth, you know what I'm saying, had something say during the game and after the game.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, just last episode we were talking about parents and coaches having a communication. I mean, players and parents having a communication. Yeah. How do you feel about coaches talking to other players? Even not saying he did or didn't, but I'm just saying, how do you feel about that, though?
Man, first of all, let me say this. I hope that's not true. I don't have a personal relationship with the coaching staff at Millwood, so I can't speak to if that's something they would do or not. I do know those guys from a basketball sense, and I've talked to Dorian just about basketball stuff, so I don't know him personally. So I can't say, oh, he definitely would say this or he definitely wouldn't.
Gotcha. Well,
so I just want to preference it by saying that. But to me, my take as a coach should never be talking to a player.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If there's an issue, I'm going to talk to your coach. There's been times where I've even had to tell kids, you know, like you said off camera, like, hey, man, I'll talk to your parents. I'm not going to talk to you. Because kids are going to be kids. Kids are going to say off-the-wall stuff. They're going to say crazy stuff. They're kids. They don't have enough emotional maturity to keep that type of stuff in.
Gotcha.
So, you know, I'm not one of those people that believes any adult should be antagonizing a kid.
Right.
Again, and we're not saying that happened. We're just saying hypothetically, if it did, then yeah, that was definitely wrong.
Hey, I agree 100%, man. And I'm just gonna say this, man. The parent handled it the right way, man.
Parent handled it the right way.
If that is what, and let me clarify, if that is what happened.
Okay.
You say have words, you should be able to speak, but because if it was me, it would have went down a whole different, completely way, man. My team probably would have had a forfeit, because I would have been out there doing the game as soon as I heard it. But that's what the same. But that's why I always say, man, God will be watching out for me, man. I don't be hearing some stuff, man, because I know some people have said some of my kids before, man, but I ain't heard it. And let's pray the coach didn't, because I rock with Millwood, man. I rock with the coaching staff, man. Like you said, I don't know them outside of that, man, but they've always been stand-up characters. So I would hope that it was a big misunderstanding, man. They be able to handle that on the right spectrum.
And I mean, my thing is this, man. You know, somewhere between this side and that side is the truth. It's probably a little truth and a little lies on both sides. You know, I don't know if anybody's gonna be fully transparent about what they said, because I mean, think about it. If you're a Millwood coach, you're not going to come out and say, I did say that too. It's like, you're not going to do that.
Yeah.
And I'm one of them people that believes the kids also tell you half-truths as well.
Right.
Kids aren't always transparent with what they say. Kids do know how to manipulate situations. So the truth probably lies in the middle somewhere there. So,
yeah, right.
But I'm with you. If that was said, a parent has every right to protect their baby.
Right.
Like I firmly believe that. You know, if words like that were said.
Yeah, right.
So,
right.
Again, we don't know, but I don't know, man. I've heard from both sides, and yeah.
Okay. Well, let's stay on positive, man. Well, yeah, Millwood's point of view, man, was a good game, man. We know about the Wilkes. Good game. Hey, well, I'm going to call it a great game.
Dominant game.
Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and say a great game, because it was only a couple instances where I feel like, that was a bad play when they shouldn't be there. It was a well-rounded game, man, you know. Yeah. So let's start off with giving credit where credit due, man. Mm-hmm. But one thing that I'm going to say, we know about the Wilkes and the Bears, man. But, man, Van Buren, bro.
I told you about him.
And he's one of the kids we talked about at the beginning of the season, man. We talked about him, and he was like, if he can knock down the three consistent, hit the outside shot, man, he's really going to be a D1 level player, man. I'm seeing him, man. He hit multiple mid-range shots, multiple threes, shot him confident, in rotation, as well as playing dunking and playing down low like you're supposed to.
You know, I think with that team, first of all, man, I don't think people are understanding. You have 4 college players in that starting lineup, and I'm a believer that the athletic kid, what's his, Javier? Is that his name?
Man, bro, we just get him off the rim, bro.
I'm a firm believer that he can play at the next level.
Yeah,
somewhere,
sure.
You know, whether it's JUCO or something like that.
Definitely can.
You have 4 guys that are signed to go play college ball in that lineup, and another 5th college level player.
Right.
That's a tough team, man. But if Amari Barrett is, you know, sort of the most important player, and if Wilkes is the best player, I think Van Buren is the X factor. Like he is the guy. He's such a matchup nightmare. If you put a big on him, he can just go right by him or shoot it over him because the guy's probably playing off of him.
Right.
And then a small guard, man, he's just taking them into the paint, man. He rebounded the ball well. He's so strong.
Yeah.
Man, that kid is an intriguing prospect, man. I had a coach message me about 2 or 3 weeks ago. May have even been before they was doing Tournament of the Champions, and that coach asked me, he said, man, is there a better wing in the class than Van Buren? Well, he said, is there a better wing in the state than Van Buren? And I said, that's debatable, but in that class, probably not.
Yeah.
And I was so, you know, man, his versatility is just, it's tough to deal with.
Man, hey, man, I'm a believer, bro. I'm putting some respect on Millwood for them, so, man. And you got to show love to the franchise kid, Chris Clay. Hey, man, he's been very consistent this year, man. He's knocking down the 3, man, and that allows everybody else to be able to play the way they want to play.
Yeah,
because he's damn so a threat, man. And and I've always liked the kid, man. You know, he's one of my franchise kids. Well, not mine, but he's a franchise guy, man. So I'm not surprised. But at the same time, man, I love what I see.
We go with the franchise plug. It seems like we do for at least one of those a show, man.
Hey, man, it's all the players, man. We still got a generation. We still got a generation still putting in word out here, man.
Okay. Well,
you know, franchise probably been disassembled for like more than a decade. At least 5 years, 5, 6 years.
If I say yeah.
I'm rounding it off like you rounded at 24, 25, 30. Yeah, what up?
I mean, you know what I'm gonna say, man. Shout out to franchise, man. You guys did have a great thing going over there. But Chris Clay is the ultimate, like the ultimate glue guy, man. He's the ultimate connector. That's what I call players like him. He's just a connector.
Right.
He can do whatever you need. Sometimes he handles the ball. He's not complaining about shots, but when he gets them, he knocks them down. He understands who's gonna get the bulk of the shot.
Yeah.
So he plays his role, and I think Nate Jones said something that stuck out to me a couple weeks ago when he was on Mark Fleming's live. We got to get Mark on the show, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to get him.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
I don't really know Mark like that, but I'd love to just talk to him and just pick his brain on the show. But Nate said that nobody is talking about Chris Clay in the winning plays that he makes. He just makes winning plays. And when you think about it, man, it could be one of them things where you could have an ego, like, oh man, that all they talk about are these guys, blah blah blah. I'm gonna come out here and I'm gonna get mine. He don't force anything or nothing, man.
I see that.
He lets the game just come to him. And when you playing with guys that talented, hey man, all you gotta do is knock down open shots. Or that's what he's doing.
Yeah, definitely.
So shout out to him.
So what you just saying? So basically, you saying Chris was a sleeper. So, and not really just a sleeper, but not talked about as much as other teammates. Yeah. So what is a couple guys? A couple guys in the state that you would think that we should be talking about that we haven't been talking about?
Some sleepers?
Well, not even say sleepers, because sometimes we've talked about some kids like Chauncey, you know what I'm saying, that's playing on a team that's not as good over there at Evan North, you know what I'm saying?
Chauncey Craven.
Yeah, Cravis.
Love Chauncey.
Yeah, like a kid like him that you couldn't really call him a sleeper because he's been putting in work, been that guy, but with a team that's not as good as they usually are, you know what I'm saying, you would have to take that consideration with talking about him and put him on that big stage. But, man, he's been showing improvement. They just beat Norman. But every shot he takes look like it's hard, but he makes it look easy because he gets no easy buckets. So he's one of the guys that come to mind when I say it. So I wouldn't really call him a sleeper, but some guys that we should talk about a little bit more.
Yeah, Chauncey is having to carry a heavy load over there at Edmond North. I was actually talking to his coach the other day, Coach Byford, and he was just telling me, he's like, man, Chauncey faces a double team every night. Yeah. He's at the top of everyone's scouting report every night. So he's having to manufacture a lot of offense. Now, they are getting – some more guys are hitting shots now.
Okay.
So maybe he's getting a little more space, but as a small guard, like, yeah, he is having to take and make some tough shots. So shout out to Chauncey and what he's doing over there, man. We were actually recruiting Chauncey pretty heavily for AAU before he went to the Legends. So, man, shout out to Chauncey. But some guys that I think people aren't talking about, man, I'm going to tell you right now, there's a kid over at Guthrie High School named Colson Smedley.
Okay.
He's about 6'5", crazy athletic. People are talking about Deshaun Denson and the numbers that he's putting up in 5A. I think Deshaun's averaging like 25 a game or 29 a game or something like that. Colson Smedley is right there. This kid has stats like 47. He hit 37 on Midwest City.
37 on Midwest City?
He hit 37 on Midwest City. He hit 29 on Carl Albert. He's torched us twice when we played.
Oh, wow.
This kid can do it all. He can shoot it. He's got a smooth handle. He's got a big frame. He's every bit of 6'5", but he's not a skinny 6'5". Parking lot range, smooth. Like I said, he's athletic, skilled, man, just plays with a great pace, understands the game, can really score the ball, man. I love him. I think he's got some JUCO offers, man. I wouldn't be surprised if I seen him at a low major D1 in a couple years, man. To me, he has that type of ability. And I think if his team were playing better, you would hear more about him. But he's got to be averaging in the high 20s in 5A. He's got to be one of the top leading scorers.
So, Coach, you just said something that I was going to ask you about, because I got some players that been putting up some great numbers on teams that haven't been doing so good. So do we count that a strike against them when you having stats and those numbers but your team is losing?
I don't necessarily know if you count it against them, but sometimes it's hard to it's easy to forget those guys unless you already have a prominent name.
Yeah.
You know, like everybody knows, you know, the Pogai kid over at Southmore. And Southmore's not having a bad year, but they're not having a great year either.
Yeah.
So, you know, he's putting up 30 and 40 balls like it's nothing.
Gotcha.
And people talk about him because it's Pogai.
Yeah, gotcha.
I think if it wasn't a name that he had already established for himself early in his high school career, it would be easy to not recognize what he's doing over there. So I think that's it. But yeah, some of those kids could get overlooked. Okay. There's a kid at Roland I like, kid named K. Shook. Yeah, okay. That I think is having a really good year, man. 6'3" point guard, can handle it. I like what he's doing. He's got a lot of interest as well, man, from some schools I've seen, man. I like what he's doing. Obviously, I like what I think Kobe Ferguson over at Harding Charter Prep is not getting enough credit for what he's doing, man. I'm sure he's at the top of everybody's scouting report as well.
Definitely.
Over there at Harding. So, you know, they have a good team, but he's what makes them go. So I think we're not talking about him more. Another kid, he was just at the top of my head too, man, that I like, that I think is probably underrated and not getting a lot of attention. Can you slip my mind that quick? But I mean, yeah, man, it's a few guys, man. It's a few guys that I like.
Man, I was impressed bringing up Kobe because I went to the last game against Heritage Hall.
Okay.
Man, I was impressed on, and he's always done this, man, but he makes the players around him better, man. I'm asking about players that I've never seen but he getting them wide open threes, you know. So with that being said, even with they end up losing the game, shout out to Boogie, who you spoke highly of at the beginning of the season.
Boogie Bradshaw.
Out there at Heritage Hall, man, he wasn't about to let them lose. You know what I'm saying? Kobe had a great game. I think he led all scores via either team. But man, bro. Hey, Boogie Bradshaw got to be on our list, bro. Got to be talked about more, too, as well.
I love Boogie. Big, athletic. I think with Boogie, it's going to be, can he make the jump shot consistently?
Yeah.
But everything else is there. Good frame. He's a D1 kid, too. I think if he has an amazing tournament run, he could really jump off the radar to a lot of people.
Okay.
But I'm expecting him to continue to do what he does. He's a matchup nightmare. I like the Dalen Williamson kid at Classic.
Classic, yes, sir. Sir.
I was talking to somebody about him. I was in the stands at a game of theirs, man, and they, you know, he's had some huge performances here lately, but, you know, they were talking about his shot selection. They was like, man, that kid takes every tough shot imaginable. And I said, yeah, he takes some tough ones, but, man, when he gets going, man, like, I seen a game where I think he may have broken the school record for threes made or something like that. I think he made like 9 or 10 threes or something like that. But he's another kid, man, that people probably aren't talking enough about. And I think people aren't talking about that class and SAS team, man. They have some small guards, and a lot of people talk about that. But those guys, they play fast. They all can shoot it. They all can dribble it. So they play well off of each other. They sort of remind me of like a back-in-the-day college team, like a mid-'90s college team where you would have like 3 small guards.
Okay.
And they were interchangeable. You know, all of them could dribble it. All of them could shoot it.
Yeah.
They had Pearson Van Landingham, like 6'6", 6'7" kid.
Yeah.
He was at Deer Creek. I don't know if he got on the floor.
He did. Not last year. I know exactly what kid you talking about.
So he transferred out. He's showing a lot of what he can do, man, blocking shots. Man, have you seen some of his double numbers?
Man, that's what reminded me of the kid from Deer Creek. That's because he's been having an awesome number. I'm talking about you talking about rebound.
Yeah,
like
rebound.
Yeah, averaging. You said it's like 11 or 12.
Man, his rebounding numbers are crazy. And some of the double, like I've seen some games where he had like 20, 22 rebounds, and then you'll look up and you'll pair that, and he'll have like 4 or 5 blocks too, and that's not even including some of the other shots that he's changed at the rim. So, man, I like him. Gosh, man, I think there are a lot of kids that sort of,
man, we got to
go overlooked.
Man, we got to talk about Makai Thomas at PC North, man.
That's who I was thinking of. That's who slipped my mind.
That's who I think he went 7 for 9 from the 3 yesterday.
That's crazy. You know what? But it's Makai.
Man,
I respect it.
Man, I know I've been putting a lot of emphasis on the other kid, you know, the other kid's on PC North, man, but he's been holding his own, man. He's been playing defense a lot better and more, when I say better, like more with effort.
Yeah.
You know, I think the past years he's been focused on trying to get to a spot because he's been younger, playing his role.
Yeah.
But, man, he's actually been stepping up on defense, man. I'm looking forward to see what he do, man. So he's one of the guys that I had to bring up today.
Man, 100%. I think, if I'm being honest, I think Keaton Murray is the best player on that team.
Okay.
Just talent-wise.
Okay.
I think the most important guy is Nate. I think what Nate does, they don't have anybody that can do. But I would argue they don't have anybody on that team that can do what Makai can do.
Yeah.
And a lot of people say I'm crazy when I say that because they're like, man, well, the C.J. Heskin kid, he can shoot just as well, but he doesn't guard as well as Makai, in my opinion.
Okay.
Makai can handle the ball. Makai can shoot the ball. And that Edmond Santa Fe game, like, Makai struggled. I don't think people understand that.
Yeah.
Makai hit, arguably, outside of the game winner, the biggest shot of that game.
Right.
From a kid that was struggling.
That's the only one to hit.
It would have been easy for him to shy away from that moment and say, I don't want it. Right. You could tell when he caught it, I'm letting it go. Coach ran this for me. Right. I'm letting it go, and I'm going to make it, and we going to win this game.
Yes.
And I don't think people, I don't understand how these colleges around here aren't on him, man. Like, a kid, he's got decent size, and a lot of people don't realize Makai is a far better ball handler than people think. They think because they see the catch and shoots that he doesn't have a lot of ball handling responsibilities on that team because they have Murray, they have Schultz, they have D2. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But Makai is capable of handling the ball. He just plays his role.
Right, facts.
And, man, I don't understand why more people are just not on that kid, man. If I'm a college coach in this state, in this region, Makai Thomas is on my board. Yeah, and I'm trying to figure out what's the holdup. Maybe it's because he has so much other talent on his team that maybe he goes overlooked. Yeah. But he's another guy that's an ultimate connector, just like the Malachi Schultz kid. Yeah. Which I was shocked that he didn't start against Broken Arrow. I saw that. I don't know what happened, but, man, I love that kid. He's like the little general to me. Yeah. I just love what he does. And I know sometimes, you know, is a point guard and, you know, he expects certain point guard play, and sometimes Malachi can kind of, you know, do some things that frustrate you. But, man, that kid makes all the tough, gritty plays, and I can see his leadership out there a lot like I can with T.J. McNeely. Yeah. But, yeah, Makai Thomas, he was the kid that I was thinking of that I said slipped my mind. I love what Makai.
Man, T.J. is damn so the leader of the team, man.
Oh, most of the leaders.
Man, I'm pulling for him, man. I'm hoping that we win out, man, so he can get some of the stuff he deserves. But when I say some of the stuff, some of the colleges, some of the looks that he do, he been putting in work, man. I like kids that been on that grind, man, to get their due diligence.
Man, TJ has fallen victim to what a lot of kids in Oklahoma fall victim to, man. When you're bigger as a young kid, they stick you down low. Yep. You know, and that's where he's comfortable at. You can see that. Now, TJ was a bigger kid when he was smaller, so he played post. Yeah. And, you know, he was one of them kids that sort of grew early. Yeah. So now he hasn't really grown height-wise much since high school, but you can see that he's more comfortable playing inside. But at 6'2", 6'3", that's just not really a place for a kid like that. So, you know, I'm hoping somebody gives him a chance. Maybe he gets a JUCO shot and you get a school that'll let him that'll train him up on his perimeter game. I'm sure he's worked on it. Yeah. But, you know, even when you work on something and you rep it out, man, a lot of times you tend to go back to where you're comfortable.
That makes sense.
And he's tough to stop down there. He's got great footwork. He uses his body well, and he finishes. But toughness and the emotional leader, like, you hear it. You hear it with his voice. You could see it when he walks. Like, I'm the leader of this team. I'm the alpha. Whether I may not be the best player, but I am the best leader. Yeah, and I think that matters, man. I see it.
That's dope. I agree 100%. Yeah. But the next thing I want to ask you is a couple teams that like not as doing good as they have been in the past. Teams like such as Midwest City, and they're not just doing bad, but you know what I'm saying. They won state a couple years ago. Right. They lost a lot of pieces in the last couple of years. Mm-hmm. And D2 over there playing, you know, really playing as the main guy, sort of like the same role as Chauncey is. Yeah. Getting double teamed every night. Mm-hmm. So are we taking that away from players like that? You know, for the season, because he's still getting them numbers like we just said. Like they said 28 points, man.
Yeah, he's making a killing. He's another kid that killed us when we played him. I think he only played 3 quarters against us.
Oh, wow.
So he's got a lot of the responsibility scoring wise. They did just get Kenyon Brown back, the big kid. I think he's sort of working his way back in here. Maybe he'll help lighten some of that load. He's not a tremendous scorer, but he can score the ball. And he can do it. KB can do it inside and outside. Like he's got a really good 3 ball. He played AAU for me. I think he shot like 34% from the 3 on the season, which is not bad for a kid that's never played out there.
Yeah. For sure.
You know, he plays strictly perimeter for me at 6'5". You know, Midwest City needs him to play down lower. So I think he'll help with that. He'll help Deshaun a lot. Caleb Stevens, I think, is the guy that I was sort of leaning on to take a lot of the scoring load off. And, you know, he did have some good numbers in the Shawnee tournament I saw, and he's had some games here and there. I think if he becomes more consistent, Midwest City has a chance. But, yeah, Deshaun has a lot of the responsibility over there, but I think he's another player of the year candidate, probably, you know, depending on just how his team does, maybe even like some Super 5 type stuff or whatever they call that stuff now, man.
Yeah, first to his
first team, all that.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Maybe not. He'll probably be somewhere second or third team, you know what I'm saying, if he continues on the streak that he's having.
And I just brought him up, man, because I was watching PC West the other day, man. And I don't know if you are familiar with Willard Quake. His name Quake. Quake Wheeler over there. He's a point guard, man. He's a senior this year, man. He's been putting up some crazy numbers too, man.
Just not winning.
And you know, it's the first year coach, but coach been over there doing a good job over there at PC West, man. They won some games that I thought they were gonna lose, and they ended up pulling them out. So I wanted to shed light on Quake because, man, small guards don't get enough love to me, man. Especially when you're a small guard to play big. He play above the rim. He can dunk. He glassing it, playing defense. You know, I fall in love with two-way players, man.
Yeah.
And that's what I bank on, and that's what I want to shed light on, man. Two-way players is really putting in work on both ends of the ball.
Yeah, I think a lot of times, man, like the casual fan just looks at the offensive side of it, and they just assume that, oh, that kid is the best player or whatever because they score the ball well. And I get it. That's sort of the universal thing. But if you know what you're looking at, you understand the importance of a two-way guy. So I do agree with that. I'm not familiar with the kid, but, I mean, that's dope if he is doing that because, I mean, PC West lost a ton, too.
Yeah, man.
And transfers and, you know, your coach leaves after he had just gotten a job. I think he was there for like a year.
Yeah, right.
So it's a lot of turnover going on over there. And when you lose a legend like Lenny Burt, you know, I think some people decided to leave the program because of that as well. So shouts out to that kid, man. I'm glad he's doing his thing over there.
Okay, so we've been talking about some players, but what about some teams we was talking about at the beginning of the season that's either been showing improving or you feeling like, damn, they let you down at this point of the season?
I don't know if teams are letting me down. I think for the most part, teams we talked about would have a good year. You know, I think 3A, we knew what that was going to be.
Right.
We also talked about teams like Crooked Oak.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm not. I don't really think anything is different from that aspect. 4A, we knew what that was going to be. Although, you know, 4A. Douglas has some things to look at, but I think in 4A they're gonna be tough to beat. But man, you got Crossings in 4A.
Yeah.
You know, Crossings has a lot of losses, but Crossings is a good team.
Right.
And I think come playoff time, because of the schedule they played, Crossings is gonna be really tough to beat. And I think they could. I wouldn't be surprised if they beat Douglas.
Man,
I wouldn't, especially with that zone that they play. And Douglas struggles shooting the outside shot.
Yeah.
Because, man, as much as I love Douglas has some glaring problems.
For sure.
You know, if Jamel Morris ain't scoring for them, they kind of struggle. Now, Douglas is a really good defensive team. I think that's what they hang their hats on.
Yeah.
But I worry about Douglas if they have to play half court. And I think that's what Crossing specializes in, making you play half court.
Okay.
Because of that zone that Renzai's put in. They're going to dare you to make shots. And I just don't know if Douglas has enough from the perimeter to do that.
Okay.
You know, Marty has to shoot it well from the 3. I wish Jamel would take more threes. Now, again, I'm not in their practices. I'm not questioning anything the coaching staff is doing.
Yeah.
They know the kid better than I do as a player. I just think Jamel has sort of reduced himself to a mid-post type of kid, and I think his versatility is more than that.
Okay.
So I wish he trusted his jump shot more and stretched it a little more. But the big kid is coming along for them. Like I like what I'm seeing from him.
For sure.
I see the baby steps in his development.
Yep.
I don't know if he's somebody said that he's got a chance to be, I think, Super 5 or something, or some they said on a lot. I don't know if I see that.
Yeah, you better stop listening to all that content they got around here, man. There's a lot of bulls going around here, man.
But I mean that kid, he is 6'9" and he is big, and I see the improvement. But yeah, man, I think Crossings is a tough team to beat. North Rock Creek.
I was just about to say, I didn't know their record was that good, bro.
Yeah.
They ain't even lost no game, had they?
They haven't. I'm telling you like this, they probably should have lost the Ada game when they were playing Ada. Ada's another team that I told you about before.
Yep. They throw 13-3, so they ain't too far off.
So Ada's a pretty good team, but, 4A, man, 4A has a chance to be really, really interesting. I'll tell you that.
And I know it's Weatherford ain't lost the game either. Is that their record, or are they doing bounced out? They bounced back that good.
I wonder what their strength of schedule is like.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Sometimes that may have a little bit to do with that.
Okay.
But they are undefeated, so
yeah, right.
So can you really argue that?
That's what I was just about to say. You can only go handle what you can control.
But a team in 3A that you need to worry about. I know we were on 4A, but 3A, man, rolling.
You've been speaking highly on Rolling.
Honestly, you've been speaking about rolling, man. The kid, DeMonte Bubba Owens, he struggled and still dang near had 30.
Really?
Yeah, against Heritage Hall, who has really good guards.
Okay, got you.
But I'm telling you right now, if you're not talking about Raiden Knight, DeMonte Bubba Owens, or Cade Shook from Rolling, you don't know basketball. That may be the best trifecta backcourt in the state.
Okay.
They all can shoot it. They all can handle it. They're not very big. Cade is big. Cade is like 6'3", possibly 6'4", playing a point guard. But the other two guards are really small, but, man, they got parking lot range, and you can tell they play with extreme confidence. And you know, like I do, come tournament time, if you got guard play,
you're in trouble.
Tough to beat.
Right.
You are tough to beat.
So another team, Catoosa. 16.
I've been hearing about them, man. I haven't gotten to see Catoosa. I've heard people talk about them. I don't get to see the east side of the state like I would like to, simply because, I coach high school ball, so a lot of times I'm playing games.
Yeah.
So when I go watch live streams and stuff, sometimes the live doesn't really give you the feel that you need. But I haven't gotten to see Catoosa like I want to, but I hear they got a couple good players over there.
They're another team undefeated, man.
They are. Now, are they 4A too, Catoosa?
Yeah, for sure.
Oof.
Yeah. So Douglas won't have to see them, man. And that's why I'm saying you already said Ada. So you already know them a couple teams that they're gonna have to look at the situation, man.
North Rock Creek.
Yeah, they 14-0. Yeah, Northwide 14-0 too. But that's why I asked you questions like, are we looking on their record? Because there's a lot of teams in 4A, man, that's undefeated.
Okay, like who? Give me some names.
Catoosa. We got Weatherford is undefeated. We got North Rock is undefeated.
What Kingfisher looking like?
Kingfisher 12-4.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So they haven't really winning season. Bethany is 14-4. Perkins.
Bethany is?
Yeah, they 14-4. And then they got Perkins. They 13-2. And they number 12 in the conference. I mean, in the district. So if you're looking at that, bro, it might be some problems going around, man.
I don't know much about Perkins. I have to see their schedule.
I'm just saying, man. Hey, we're gonna have to look at a 4A.
Well, 4A may not be as set in stone as we think.
Yeah.
I still think Douglas is the team to beat.
Yeah, I'm not gonna never go against Steve, man. They staff. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying if we're going off these records, you know what I'm saying, we ought to start looking at a lot of more teams than just the top teams that everyone's talking about.
Yeah. Well, I got to be careful what I talk about because people take it personally if I don't talk about their teams and stuff like that. So, and it's crazy because people think I'm biased on here, but if you notice, I don't even talk about my own team on here.
Fact.
So I'm not biased. I understand it. We're not a good team
right now.
Like I don't have. If I'm gonna have biasness, it's gonna be toward my team. I don't.
I'm gonna form.
Yeah, like I'm not purposely. People were upset about some teams that we didn't mention to start the season, I'm like, man, I hadn't seen them. I don't know what they had. So that's why I didn't speak on them. So that's why I can't really speak to Catoosa. I haven't laid eyes on them, so I try to stay away from that.
Okay. When you come to 5A, who you going with, Midwest City? Class? They say Class SAS?
I'm not going with Midwest City, but I think Midwest City will be there. I think a lot of people don't understand, man. You got a player like Deshaun Denson who's capable of carrying a team. He's been doing it. I think they got a shot at state.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't pick them to win it. I love Class in SAS, man. Really good coach. I love their style of play. I think if they take smart shots, thing I would like to see more is the Dalen Williamson kid. I'd like to see him post up more. He's 6'4", and he's got a really big frame. I think sometimes he settles for jump shots that he doesn't have to. If he posted up more, he becomes a true problem.
Yeah.
Because I'm a firm believer in guard post-ups. Right? Yeah. Like, that's a prominent part of offenses that I run, you know, in AAU. Like, we post you up as a guard. And I think at 6'4", and he's crazy athletic, too.
Yeah.
With his frame and his shooting touch, if he got some guard post-ups, Classen is a team you do not want to see. Now, they don't go super deep. They play like 7 guys, but, man, all 7 can freaking go. All 7 can beat you. All 7 can probably go get you 20.
Okay, got it.
So, I like Classen. Newcastle. Man, Newcastle was tough. They demolished Dale City the other night. They didn't kill them, but I think they beat them by like 15 or 17.
That's a good win. That's a good win.
Now, I know Dale City is without, I know for a while they were without a couple kids, but I think I saw one of them back the other night, but they still don't have Cotty. Like, I don't know what's going on with him. Yeah. And if they don't have him, it's tough for them to score in the half court.
Right, because you want to have to bring up some of the young pups up in.
Chev has been playing them, but I think the book is out on Dale City, too. If you zone them, and you make them make 3, because Newcastle's setting the zone all night. They setting that, you know, that 3-2, it would turn into a 2-1-2 when it went to the wing and stuff like that, man. And Dale City struggled with it. Didn't really have much for it. Took some tough shots. Couldn't make the 3. Newcastle's going to be tough. They're another team that's not super deep. They play like 7 guys, but all 7 can go. And they are big. They got like 6'7", 6'4", 6'8", 6'6".
Oh, okay. They got some size over there.
Oh, yeah. They got a ton of size. Man, I love Jesse, man. So, 5A, I like them. Love, I think Tulsa Memorial will be good, man. Carl Albert is showing me a lot.
Man, they just went like Midwest City, man.
Carl Albert is showing me
a big win for me, man. That's a big win for me, man.
Well, look, man, Carl Albert beat us by about 170 points the other night.
Not 100%.
So it felt like it. I've never wanted to get to a locker room so quick. For the people that think I have a biasness against Carl Albert, I don't. I love Coach Price. I love what he does.
I'm glad you putting it out there, Coach, because
a lot of people, some people got mad at me because I didn't. They got mad because I didn't mention Carl Albert. But again, I didn't know what Carl Albert had. You know what I'm saying?
But now you put respect on the name.
Yeah, and then, some people like to get on here and talk slick, about the little middle school comment I made. I ain't going to even address that. But anyway, yes, Carl Albert is a tough team to beat. I love what they have. They can shoot the ball, man. They going to execute well. So I love them as well in 5A. I know there's somebody I'm missing in 5A.
Man, have you seen you put your eyes on Collinsville?
Other than Booker T. No, I haven't watched Collins.
They 14-2 this year.
But, man, at the end of the day, man, I took Booker T and Newcastle in the championship. So that's what I'm going to go with.
That's what you run.
But, man, Booker T is going to be tough to freaking beat. I like Tulsa Edison, too.
Yeah, Edison on the list. Edison they 9-7 this year.
I like Tulsa East Central.
Okay.
Anytime you got Bubba D,
man. Hey, salute to my man. He'll put you in a fight, huh?
Yeah, and they got Ricky Bruner the third over there.
Okay,
man.
I've been hearing a lot about him as well.
They have another kid over there, 6'6" kid that I like. They just sort of ran into some buzzsaws, man, and their coach. You got to stay off the line talking.
Man, you better stop giving these teams ammunition, bro. They don't get no ammunition, man.
Yeah.
These kids pay attention to what's going on online on social media, man. You don't need to be giving none of these teams no more motivation.
He took a beating online for that. Like, people were on his head about that, But I mean, it's Millwood. Millwood makes a lot of people look bad. Millwood could probably be, a couple college teams around here.
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah, they could be some college teams. I thought you was about to say BPC North.
No, here you go.
Yeah, you damn so right about some college teams around here. There's a couple teams that do that, man.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Well, let's see. We just was on 5-8. We might as well say 6-8, man. Well, hey, man, we still got Putnam City at the top, man. What's up, man?
PC North. Nah, we don't got Putnam City at the top.
Okay,
we got
okay,
PC.
okay.
We got PC Northern at the top.
I was asking you. Okay.
That is my pick.
Okay.
I think, I hate when people get online and try to just overly analyze a squad. Like, oh man, if you break it down like this and man, look, when I watch them play, I would love to see them and Millwood get together.
Man,
I love to see that game.
I was trying to make it happen, man.
But they're
talking about logistics. Millwood's talking about logistics.
I get it.
It's right on the same side of town, but logistics.
Man, I just like to see it just happen just for the culture, man. Like, even if it's get together after the season, just for pride and bragging rights, man. Right. But, man, PC North, I think PC North is the most complete team. I think PC North is the deepest team. I don't know how many guys they got on varsity. I think I seen like 10 or something. Yeah, I'm not sure that all 10 can beat you. Even old little Davin Brown.
Oh yeah, man. He got him some buckets last night, man. He been getting little buckets here and there, man.
Yeah, man. Like I think, man, PC North is just a really good team, man. Yeah. But Nate has to stay up, and man, they got to get more consistency out of Miles Jackson, man.
Yeah.
Like I was high on Miles to start the year, man, and I still am, man. I think Miles has a ton of upside. He has to get more consistent. Like, man, that Edmond Santa Fe game, I don't even think I saw Miles touch the floor in the second half. And I was wondering especially with Nate leaving the game.
You thought that I thought that he would have been the one to bring it.
Absolutely. Like, for them to have to go small, I was like, and I think Miles got to show me more.
And I think they wanted to bring him in, and that would have been more ideal. But man, when we got that momentum with the little guys, man, hey, I'm not about to just bring you in just to bring you in because I used to host to.
I get that.
They running with whoever bringing us back and who's doing what they're supposed to.
Yeah, and I think DJ has shown that he gonna stick with the guys that have got him there. But man, if I'm Miles, I got to make myself. I got to play so well, and I got to make myself such an asset that, Coach, you don't have a choice.
Right.
And I think once that gear clicks with him, then we got some skill set is there, length is there, athleticism is there. Now the mentality. If you could put Nate Marithi into Miles Jackson, oh my God.
Gosh, bro. We ain't even talking about nothing.
But, like, I like Edmond Santa Fe as well. I know, you probably don't want to hear that.
No. Yeah, Edmond Santa Fe. I ride Money Robinson. Hey, that's my guy. I ain't gonna even tell you, but we already know where he come from.
Franchise kid.
There'll be a set number. Hey, I'm not taking nothing away from Santa Fe. But the only time you get a debate against me with Santa Fe is when we going against PC North, man.
Okay.
But let me ask you, man. You seen Norman just took a big loss to Edmond North. Are you putting them down further down on the totem pole? Because they were just talking about they need to be top 10 last week.
I think it hurts them as far as top 10 if we're talking about top 10 teams in the state. But Norman will be there come 6A.
Okay.
They'll be there. Another team that doesn't have a lot of depth, but they have some pieces that can beat you. Bo Billingsley, D1. Kason Robinson, I think, is another kid that's possible D1. He may take a different path, but with his size and his ability to shoot it, I like them. I like Gideon Holt that they have over there. He's severely underrated, man. That kid can shoot the cover off of it. I love Aiden Cooper Kelly over there as well. So I think Norman will be there. Coaching staff, I think they have one of the better staffs in the state, so I think they'll be there.
Okay.
I love Mustang as well. On this side.
They saying Broken Arrow.
I like Broken Arrow. I think Broken Arrow has some weaknesses as well. But they are without Gene Mason. I think people aren't talking enough about that.
Yeah.
Like, Gene Mason is a kid that people were talking about as a Division I kid.
Yeah, right. For sure.
And you talking about somebody that can shoot the cover off the ball.
Right.
He's that. So, I think you Broken Arrow be there, especially if they can get him back. Owasso.
I'm just about to. That's who we're knocking them down since they got players missing.
I wasn't high on Owasso to start the year even with him.
Got you.
You remember me telling you that. Then they lost Julius Wilson. He decided to reclass and go play football. But his younger brother is a good player.
Yeah. Okay.
And who knows? Owasso. I just think Owasso settles for some shots that they don't need to. And, I mean, they do have, Manati. Some people say Manati shot them out of the championship or shot them out of the state tournament, What was it? It may have been last year or,
year before.
But I'm just not high on Owasso,
okay.
man.
Okay.
But, I mean, they do have 2 D1 guys.
Yeah. So, okay, so you said not Owasso. The last one in 6A that I just want to throw out there, Choctaw.
Choctaw. Interesting team. They have Steven over there. They have JoJo Valentine. I just think outside of that, they have a lot of unproven commodities. They do have Bryce Thompson who can shoot it. So I'm not against Choctaw, I think I'm never going to go against my guy Simp, but I've been taking Choctaw for a long time, man. They kind of been letting me down, man. I feel like I didn't pick them the last 4 years to win it. And I thought they had a chance that 1 year against Edmond North when Edmond North was just a buzzsaw.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't surprise me Choctaw's there. Choctaw's a big team, man.
Right.
They got some size over there.
Yeah,
man.
Coaching over there, man, it's just hard for me to say they won't be it at the end because as long as you got coaching and players that's going to buy in, you always got a chance.
Yeah, you got to make shots. I think if JoJo if he goes and be the best player,
yeah,
especially with his size and his versatility, like sometimes I think JoJo could settle for the 3-ball too much.
Yeah,
I think if he go get to the rim and then let the 3-ball complement his game.
Yeah,
because JoJo, you talking about a kid that looks the part aesthetically.
Yeah,
he looks like a D1 kid, and I saw that he just signed to go play college ball at a JUCO. So maybe that takes something off of you now. Now you don't have to worry about that. Now you can just focus on just high school basketball, man, because JoJo's a tough matchup.
Yeah, man. I've been a fan, man.
He's a tough man. I'm a fan. I try to get JoJo to play with me forever.
Yeah.
So I'm a huge fan. But I think
good connection.
I think if he goes and says that he's the best player, then I think we got something.
Got you. Okay.
So it wouldn't surprise me if Choctaw was there.
Okay, I just want to throw that out there, man, because as long as you got JoJo, I see he's a McDonald All-American with a nominee.
Yeah,
that's
put too much into that, man. That's just your coach. People get this McDonald stuff confused, man. It's not what they think.
Is that right?
Nah. All your coach got to do is nominate you and send your stuff in.
Oh, wow.
That's it, man. It's not. McDonald's is not researching it like that. Like,
oh, yeah, gotcha.
We all know who the McDonald's All-Americans are going to be.
Yeah,
like, they've been the top 25 players for the last
couple years,
3 years.
Right.
So we get it.
Okay.
Another team we're not talking about 6A that I like, man, is Tulsa Union.
Yeah, Union. Union. Yeah, I think they number 9 on the list.
Hey, man, check this out. The big kid they have, what's his name? Miles Flemings.
Yeah, they number 9.
That dude is a grown man.
That's the big everybody keep talking about.
That is the best big in the state.
Okay.
Division I big. And you're not moving him. He commands so much attention.
Is that right?
Man, that dude is nice. Good footwork. Somebody made a comparison to him on the live, too, that I thought was just absolutely bizarre. They were saying, the Douglas kid could be that. And I'm like, Miles been that for a long time. Like,
yeah, right.
He's the best player on their team. He's the best big in the state. Team like Sophomore wouldn't surprise me either because, you probably got the best guard in the state.
Gotcha.
Boga can go for 40 or 50 any time he needs to.
Yeah.
But they have some complementary pieces that are playing better. They still need another guy to really step up. But Jasper Chase has done his job. So,
okay.
It was probably U.S. Grant, too. I don't know if they got some weaknesses, too, but I don't know if I just wish they were a little bigger. But, man, you don't want to play them.
That's who I was going to close with, man. You got to put U.S. Grant on the list, man. And I ain't say you got to, but as far as the growth this year, man, and their steady growth, I would imagine by the time they stay here, man, that hopefully they took their bumps and bruises and be ready for that moment.
Yeah, again, like every other team, they have some weaknesses. Size is going to be one.
Yeah.
But if Grant can control the pace on you, get you to play at their pace, you're in trouble. They got to shoot the 3 ball more consistently, and they got to get guys that step in, step up, and like Champ just goes at you. He stays on the attack. Like, you can tell he's not intimidated by much.
Yeah.
They took a tough loss to Southmore the other night. So Southmore avenged that loss. But I'm going to tell you another team in 6A that we probably ain't talking about, Piedmont.
Piedmont. They got that freshman over there, man.
Man, Piedmont got a lot, dog. They got Hudson Height over there, man. Dude looks like a grown man. I like Piedmont and how they play, man. I really do. Norman beat them pretty bad, after they had beat Norman to start the year. But I wouldn't be surprised if Piedmont was there either.
Man, I like Jeremiah Millhouse over there, man. He a freshman, man. Like, nice size on him. He didn't play a lot. He didn't play as much as Timothy playing.
Timothy at Heritage Hall?
Yeah, because I think he's accumulating the most minutes I've seen a freshman do in a minute.
Okay.
And he been short improvement. Like I said, he was at the game. I went to the game when I was checking out Kobe in Heritage Hall over there. So he showed me a little bit of something, man. So I'm gonna definitely put some respect on his name. Okay. But definitely, man, we gotta keep going in that direction. Okay. But one of the last things I want to say to you, Coach, this is a real question too, man, because I know it's been big here lately. Do you think making bold statements about your child open doors for grown folk criticism?
I do. I think anytime you're an athlete, you have to be subjected to criticism. Like, it comes with the territory.
Yeah.
But I think when you put statements out there like that and you put that type of target, spotlight, attention on the kid, you're probably, and I think I know what you're referring to. That's probably not something that I would do, because I think now kids are already, when they know you have a certain name, I think kids are trying to. So let's just talk about the elephant in the room. Are we talking about what was said about Marty House?
Man,
is that the comment?
Man, that's what brought up the question. Okay. That's what brought up the question, made me think about, social media, making comments that put the targets on your child's back. But it's more comments than that. But that's one of the ones that I wanted to bring up. So yeah, with the comment with what House said, like, his son is the top 20, don't matter the class. I mean, is that like confirming for a kid, or is that like, man, now I gotta live up to that hype?
I think it's tough depending on the disposition of the kid. And I love House, man. That's my dude, man. House has done a lot for me that I appreciate, man. And we talk a lot. He's one of my biggest supporters. So I know a lot of people have a distaste toward House, and me and him don't always agree basketball-wise, but as a man and as a person, I love the dude.
Yeah, for sure.
So this is no knock toward him or toward Marty, because I love Marty. I tried to recruit Marty for AAU as well. I'm thinking what House was trying to say is that for what his son has to do, he feels like his son has more on his plate than maybe some of the other top 20 kids.
Okay.
Like, because when we think of these top players, we tend to think offensively, right?
Yeah, right.
But I do think that plays a factor, because how can you be top 20 if you're not the go-to guy on your team offensively?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, that's part of it. But I think what he was saying is, skill set wise, he feels like his son is top 20 because he feels like Marty can handle, he can shoot, he feels like Marty can guard, and could possibly guard multiple positions, where a lot of these other kids, we just say, because they can score, that they're better than him.
Yeah, right.
So I think that's what he was trying to say. But, man, if you're going to say your kid is top 20 across any class, man, like, the production has to be there. And I think you have to be. I think Marty is probably, the third option on that team offensively?
Offensively.
Behind Jamel and Zio. Maybe him and Zio, are 2 and 2A. Yeah. I don't know, as far as offensive options. But I think most of the top 20 guys, especially when we talk about top 20 across any class, are the go-to guy on their team. Like, that's who people, when we need something, we're looking at you to go get us a bucket.
Got you.
So I don't know. You know, I think maybe that's what he was saying. Like, the potential is there because Marty's usage rate is so high, he doesn't come out the game. But I think a lot of top 20 guys don't come out the game.
Right.
You know, most of them play the whole game. And, you know, a lot of them have a lot of usage rate. A lot of them have the ball in their hands.
Right.
And they're probably at the top of everybody's scouting report. I think when you look to stop Douglas, you probably had Jamel first. And then depending on what your matchup is, you probably trying to stop Marty next or Zio next.
Gotcha.
Most of the top 20 guys across any class, they're the guy no matter what. Like, coaches are trying to stop you no matter what. Yeah. So, but yeah, that was a bold statement to make. And I think all fathers, you know, probably feel that way about their kid. But man, you probably do put a target on you. You said who?
Yeah, who, man? I think highly of my kid too.
You never thought Kyle was top 20 in the state?
Man, yes, of course I did. But I'm not, like you said, a father gonna think that. But I'm not putting it out in the atmosphere for him because my son is not. His character's not like mine.
Yeah.
Because if Kyle was like me, he'd be around here aggressive. Like his character's not like. So I wouldn't want to put that on his back. So that's the only thing.
Pressure on
you put that pressure on him, man. Because you know every kid is different. So like my Davin. I'll talk, he might back it up. He drop it up, you know what I'm saying? But like Kyle, he stand off. He really don't talk a lot, you know? So you got to be mindful of that, putting your kids in certain situations. And that's all I meant by when I said who. Because, you know.
I don't know if I probably would have put that out there prior to the Millwood game just because I think there's already enough fuel to that fire.
Yeah.
But I understand why he did it just because of the platform he was on. He's talking to another Millwood dad.
Yeah.
So maybe there was some competitive banter that was there with that. Like, I don't know. But if I know House, he meant it.
Yeah, oh, man, House, if he said it, he meant it wholeheartedly.
He was
and that's why you got to respect it. But I was just saying this far. And I respect him better in the comment.
Here's my thing. As a dad, can we take the rose-colored shades off and really take a real basketball look at our kids? Or do we just like, that's my son, I know the work he's put in. I know the work we put in. So this is where I feel he's at, regardless of what other people say. Do you think that is a non-biased assessment? Because I know on the live he was like, "Man, look, I know what it looked like. This I've seen it. I know what it looks like. That's why I'm saying that." So he feels like he's coming from a logical basketball place.
But my thing is, we've had this conversation on the podcast before. Mm-hmm. Don't every parent think their child's great?
Every kid.
That's that question. Like you think, like so, is he wrong?
Does.
No. But are you wrong? But are people wrong for saying, bro, you capping?
I mean, I think it just depends on what you value as, you know, like House was saying. And he even said it. He said, what are the other guys doing that completely separates them from my son? And the first thought that came to my mind was, like, even outside of the top 5 that he named that he said were D1 players or whatever in the class. Now we're just talking about the class. We're not even talking about overall. I was thinking, like, most of those guys that I've seen in the top 20 are the main go-to guys on their teams.
Right.
You know, and I think before Jamel got there this year, that was the role that Marty was going to have. Now, once you get a Jamel Morris in, then that dynamic
changes, right?
I do agree with him that there aren't 36 other players in his class better than him. I do agree with that
for sure.
But saying top 20 across any class, man, that's you stepped out on a limb with that one.
Yeah, definitely.
But he's a dad. What is he supposed to do?
Yeah, and you're not. And I'm not saying that it's the wrong or right answer. I just wanted to know, you know what I'm saying, how you felt about that because, man, these social media pressures are something we didn't have to deal with growing up.
I wouldn't have. I think he probably put a unintentional target on Marty's back. Because now people are thinking, oh, okay, well, you think he's top 20. And then, you know, especially that Millwood game, you probably got 3 of the top 20 guys in the senior class on one team. So when you say he's top 20 across the whole state in any class,
now they looking at
they probably was like, okay, well, now those guys probably don't need motivation. I may be overanalyzing it, but I just don't know if I would have put that out there. Now, that's probably conversations me and my son having, probably like, hey, boy, you like that. Yeah. And as a father, you should empower your kid like that. I'm not gonna ever tell you suck and you can't do this.
Yeah.
Like, but we probably gonna be a little quiet about it. Like, man, we gonna be humble and we gonna stay hungry
For sure.
and that's how we gonna do.
So, all right, man. Hey, that's the last question I wanted to ask you before we got up out of here. Anything else you want to touch on for me?
Man, I'm excited for the final stretch of the season, man. I want to see these playoffs and you know.
Grab your popcorn and grab your drinks, man. This high school basketball, man, is about to be something to see. I promise you, man.
Yeah.
Hey, and we logging off, man.
We out.
I'm somewhere always grinding, putting God first. That master plan is manifested in the mind first. No taking days off, cause that ain't how my mind works. We out the mud, cause that's the way the grind works. Grind works, the grind works. Put in the time till the grind works. Grind works, 2,000 hours make the grind works. The grind work, we on the mission till the grind works. The grind works, welcome to